Now we're live in Houston at Super Bowl 50 Live. We're on our YouTube WNST TV channel. Luke, it's
somewhere down the hallway, man. I guess they wanted to give it to me because I play for the Houston Texans, man. It's just a gig of getting hats like that down here. So I got used to it, so maybe you can get used to it now.
Well,
so.
it lets everybody know I'm with a Houston Texan here. You know, I'm an old Houston Oiler fan.
Wow.
Yeah, we're mugging for selfies now.
Yes, sir.
You know, so you're from Georgia, and you played here a couple of years now, and good teams, playoff teams. There was a real push this year, right? I mean, to have a hometown Super Bowl. You don't make it, but you're still
right here in our backyard, man. We knew that the Super Bowl was going to be here in Houston, and we tried everything in our power to get here, man. But sometimes you fall short, and but you learn from it. So I think that's what we are doing throughout this process. You feed off of this energy right here, man, and you know you're supposed to be here. So it's just a lesson learned this year, but we will be back.
Well, I mean, you had a hell of defense. I mean, I don't think there's any doubt about that. And you talk about the Patriots doing this without Gronkowski. You guys got where you were without J.J. Watt. In the end, not good enough, but pretty good.
Yes, you know, we all know what J.J. Watt brings to the game, man. He's a different breed, man. He's a leader on and off the field, hard working, man, and he's one of those guys that you want on the field when you go out to war with him, man. So J.J. Watt being an addition next year, man. Not an addition, but just coming back to the team, man, and bringing what he brings to the team is going to be something to look forward to.
Well, I tell you, you know, you play notions about what you're going to find when you get here. I think you knew from the way they drafted that this would be a defense that could be a top 5 defense.
Yes. Coming out of college, man, I knew that the Houston Texans were like a defensive-minded organization. A.J. Green, when I was in college, he came back and talked to us. He was like, I think someone asked him, was like, hey, man, what's the fastest defense that you ever played against? He was like, man, it's the Houston Texans. So I was
they struggled with the Texans.
Yes.
Bengals lost to the Texans a bunch.
Yes. So when I got the opportunity to come, man, I was like, hey, man, I'm going to fit right on in because I love flying around the ball. So, I mean, it's an honor to
a band with Louis Armstrong. Right? As a voices guy, you know? Like, I want you to sing old jazz songs, you know?
Man.
That'd be good, you know?
It's like the voice of a grizzled vet, but you're in your second year, man, you know? So. But, hey, you're on, you know, started quite a few games this year, had the pick against Oakland in the playoffs. Seems like, you know, being an undrafted guy, I'm sure we've talked to so many guys in Baltimore over the years, you come in with that chip, right? I mean, you weren't drafted. Maybe in some ways you kind of, if you have a few options, you get to go somewhere where there's a fit. But it seems like you've found a nice role for yourself in that Houston defense.
Yes. Well, coming out, man, Coach Butler, he gave me a call, man, after my pro day. He said he wanted me down, and I was like, hey, man, this is the only shot I have. It was the only team that offered me something, man. And they brought me in as a trial guy, and, man, it went downhill from there, man. I learned so much from the guys inside the locker room, from the coaching staff, man. And
well, you played at a high level, playing SEC football.
Yes,
I mean, you know what it's like to go into a big stadium, in a big environment, in a big locker room, right?
Yes, I did. But, you know, the thing is, I didn't have a promising season the 4 years I was there at Georgia. It was a dream come true to go to that school, but it was just some things that I fell short on of playing with the school. So, but, hey, man, that's how life is, man. It throws you.
First
year. Man, it was
the kid with the socks and all that.
Oh, man. Hey, man.
You know, some years you find a team, you're like, I don't really like the storyline. I enjoyed that, and I felt like I saw a different side of OB, as you say, right?
Coach OB, man. I love playing for Coach O'Brien.
He's an ass kicker, though. I mean, he really is.
But he's straightforward with you, man. He's not like a shady type coach inside a winning environment, and he wants you to get the job done. And stepping in this year and playing some games, man, the only thing that was on my mind is do your job. He always preaches that, man. So
I wonder where he got that.
You know what? He came from up under Belichick, I know for a fact, man. So, but he does a great job of his own, man, and the principles that he came up with. And guys, he gets guys on one accord, man, and we play well together.
He is a safety for the Houston Texans. He is Corey Moore. He's joining us live here on Radio Row down here in Houston. Luke's talking some football right now.
I was going to ask you, you're a Georgia kid. Did you grow up a Falcons fan, or were you just a college guy or another team?
No, I grew up a Falcons fan, man.
There you go.
Yes, man, and it's kind of hard for me to. People ask me, hey, man, who do you want to win, man? But I have guys that play on the Patriots as great friends, Malcolm Mitchell, David Andrews, man, and It's kind of hard for me to answer that question, man. But I just want to see a good game in the end,
Yeah.
man. Really,
You going to the game?
Actually, no. I have some family members and friends in town, so I couldn't get everyone a ticket. So I think I'm gonna have something at my house or catch the game somewhere.
Beer's cheaper there. Food's
Hey,
cheaper there.
man, hey.
You know, I mean, just purple. We would look good in purple, right?
I do.
Yeah,
You
he
guys
would.
together?
Contract coming
He
up
would.
2-3 years.
Hey,
we
man.
can always use help on the back end. Go get yourself.
He's carving out a spot for himself in Houston. We don't want to get the guy in trouble. A couple years from now, who knows?
Yeah, thank you guys.
Was that
So-
tampering officially?
It could be.
Wow.
I think. Well,
I'm not an official member. Of the
Roger
Rangers
Goodell. Roger Goodell was right down the hall. You know, you're going to be getting a call.
I'm just. You out on Twitter?
Yes, I do.
What's
Yes.
your Twitter?
CDM_43.
All right, there you go.
Yes,
Corey
sir.
Moore of Georgia from here in the Houston Texans and joining us and brought me a fantastic hat.
Yes,
At
sir.
least to wear temporarily and at least have a picture of me in it. You can find me out in the Bayou Toyota Audio Vault 24 hours a day. From anywhere in the world on your mobile device, you can find us at WNST.net. We are WNST.net, AM 1570 and WNST Towson, Baltimore. And we never stop talking Baltimore sports.